Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Asian Psycho, aka Sniper98. It's a new year, so that obviously means a new top 10 video for FGO. But instead of the top 10 servants you should be rolling for this year, because let's face it, you're probably not gonna roll shit with your fucking double-digit free-to-play quartz, because you keep getting baited into rolling every other banner that shows up, I'll be sharing with you the top 10 quality of life changes in Fate Grand Order that an alarming number of players in this game have no idea exist, and can make your degenerate mobile game experience just a little bit more enjoyable and maybe take your mind off all the fucking gotcha salt that you've been deep-throating for the past 2.5 years. Wait, huh? What was that? Oh, you're saying it's already halfway through February, so it's not New Year's anymore? Oh, sorry. My bad. Maybe I should change my Twitter handle to FateGo USA real quick. These quality of life changes are not in any particular order, just the order in which I found them to make this video. Honestly, I shouldn't have even named this video a top 10 video at all. I just put that up there to bait you all into clicking this video because y'all motherfuckers can't resist watching a video with the words top 5 or top 10 in it. Starting with number 10, this isn't even a quality of life change since it's been in the game ever since release, so you know this video is already a total debate. You can manually adjust the position of your support servant by hitting lineup at the bottom, pressing and holding the support slot, and then moving around left or right. This is useful if you want to take a front line of your own servants for whatever reason. This should be one of the most obvious things that you can do in this game, but I've had a few Peppigas ask me in my stream chats before how the hell I was able to move my support servant to the back line, so this is in case there are more of you Peppigas out there. What is an actual quality of life change that we got at some point, however, is the copy party function that you can find in the red edit party button, again down at the bottom of your party formation screen. When you hit copy party, you can copy your currently selected party onto another slot, so that this way, if you want to run one team with slight differences or variations in servants or CEs for an event, you can easily do this by copying that party onto multiple party slots and then simply changing individual servants or CEs in those other copied party slots. Number 9, drag selecting. This is another one that I've had people ask me about on stream, and in fact I remember when this source came out, I didn't even use this myself at first because I was so used to it just individually selecting everything. But this is a much faster way to feed stuff like embers and foes to your servants and craft essences to other CEs when you're leveling them up. You do this first by selecting either a servant or CE that you want to enhance and then pressing and holding an ember or foe or CE and then dragging across your screen. The game will let you drag select up to 20 items like this, or less if the game sees that whatever you're trying to enhance will max out before then. I shouldn't have to mention this because this is something you all should really be doing already, but if you're not using filters and have everything enabled, drag select will select anything you don't have locked. This means that if you're not diligent about locking your shit, it's even easier to pull a Deku and burn your Burnin on accident or some other servant or CE that you didn't want to burn, but did anyway because you were lazy and didn't lock them beforehand. This probably could have been its own number, but that would have been too easy. But it is a perfect segue into number 8, which is unit filters. For both the servant and CE tabs, there's a filter button that lets you quickly and easily filter out stuff that you're not looking for to find the ones that you do want. You can filter servants out by class, max level, and foe enhancement levels to really narrow down your searches. Once you select a servant, you then have another filter button that lets you filter out your other servants, embers, and foes, so you can feed only embers or only foes, or if you're a big fat fucking whale, feed only 3-star servants. Imagine having too many mana prisms, couldn't be me! Wait. The burn tab in the shop also has another filter that lets you filter out stuff by servant class or by embers and foes. All these filters exist to help you better organize your account and more efficiently level or burn your stuff as you see fit, and also to prevent stuff like Deku burning his Burnin on accident on stream from happening in case you're a lazy bastard and didn't lock your shit yet. If there's one criticism that I had to make, it's that the servant enhancement filter doesn't let you filter out servants who are max foe in either one stat or another. It'll let you filter out everyone but the servants who aren't max foed in either stat, but if you try filtering for just HP or attack kind of like this, then the game just kind of yeets everyone out. This used to not be a big deal because the max filters also counted max foed servants at one point, but once NA got gold foes, obviously that kind of screwed things up because servants who aren't max gold foes as well don't really count as maxed servants, at least not according to the game. So this is rather annoying for people who want to find like certain servants who still need foes in one stat but are full in the other. So what ends up happening is you have to kind of filter by class anyway. And on a related note, number 7 is the select function in your servants' profiles. If you go to a servant's profile, you'll notice 3 buttons on the left, and the middle one of those is called select. If you hit this, when you back out of that servant's profile, you'll then see a star marking next to that servant's icon. Therefore, the multi-select button allows you to mark as many servants kind of like this as you want. What this marking does is allow you to filter out all other servants except for the servants you've marked, or I guess in the game's context, the servants you've quote selected, by going to filters and simply deselecting the quote not selected button. This way you can have an exclusive group of servants whom you can view instantly by themselves for whatever reason. For example, one person I know has all their completely lured servants selected so that he can show them off at a moment's notice if anyone bothers asking. This is relevant in your support list too, because it also has a special select sort option that you can enable and cause all your selected servants to filter up to the top for better support list management. Arguably, this is more useful for craft instances since you should have more CEs than servants unless you're a total luck sack. The more CEs you have, the more cluttered your CE inventory gets, so naturally trying to scroll through all of your CEs just to find the right one can be a bit of a pain. The select feature allows you to pick out certain CEs that you know you'll use frequently so that you don't have to waste time going through them all over and over again, which is something that I'm guilty of doing myself, as those of you who watch my streams can testify. Number 6, MP and skill upgrade displays. This may not apply to everyone, but every once in a while you might wonder if the people on your friends list and support lists have done the MP or skill upgrades for the servant you want to use as support. This is where I sound like a goddamn boomer and tell you about the days when if we wanted to check what MP level a support servant had, we had to go into that support servant's actual profile and check manually what MP level they were. But now, as you go through your support list or your friends list or even your friend request list, assuming you even have anyone there, you can easily check at a glance if a support servant has their MP upgrade done or their skill upgrade done. And when you check a friend's entire support list, you can also check at a glance what MP level their other servants are and whether or not those other servants also have their own MP interludes and skill interludes done. Basically, this is an easy way to check if the people on your friends list are keeping up with their interludes and to know whether or not you're screwing yourself by taking a servant who may or may not have all their buffs. Number 5, lottery rolling and your gift box. This should be another obvious one, or at least to those of you who actually grind lotteries to any considerable degree, so basically like only 20% of you, if even that. Another incoming boomer warning though, back in the early Lotto days, there was no gift box in the Lotto box screen itself, so once your gift box got full, you had to back your ass out all the way to the home menu screen to access your gift box, take all that shit out, and then yeet yourself back into the Lotto screen to keep rolling those Lottos. Now though, you can just go straight to your gift box from the Lotto screen itself to empty it out a little if you've hit max cap, and go straight back into rolling boxes. I know this is also Aniplex Twitter levels of slow since DV rerun's already gone and our next Lotto isn't going to be until September or so with Guildfest, but just in case you're looking to farm lottery events seriously from now on, hopefully you'll keep that in mind. The gift box also appears in both the Enhance and Shop tabs so that you can directly take XP and other stuff out of it to enhance your servants or CEs or to burn whatever you have in there. Speaking of the gift box, I should have mentioned this with all the other bullshit filter stuff from before, but you can also filter your gift box so that you can sort by specific items that you might have in your gift box and avoid selecting stuff that you don't want to pull out of your gift box yet on accident. You can also just select individual items by hitting the check marks on the right side, and if you do this, you won't accidentally redeem a gift item by tapping on one directly, because if you do have items individually selected like this, you have to hit the receive selected button on the right to actually redeem them. Number 4, friend point auto burn settings. Half the shit that I'm talking about in this video is all filters, so I probably should just made one big filters thing, just throwing everything under that, but I had to fill out this top 10 somehow, so fucking deal with it. When you hit either a single or multi-summon in the FP tab, you can press the automatic burning tab to select the things that you want the game to auto burn for you so that you don't have to do it yourself. You'll probably want to burn all the embers, minus the 5-star embers of course once we get those, unless you intentionally want the lower rarity embers, but you shouldn't burn foes and CEs for reasons I've already stated in that other video that that I made about friend points and why it's important and all that. Go watch that video in case you're still burning everything you get from your friend points. Number 3, the upcoming and currently active event servant filters. On the unit enhancement page or servant select page when setting up formations and support lists, there's also another filter option next to the actual filter option that lets you filter out servants by events. In this case, we have Valentine's 3 going on right now, so Semiramis, who's the only event servant because she gets a damage boost for it, appears here, and Salem has a caster bond bonus effect, so all the casters show up here. But probably the niftiest filter here is the upcoming event filter that's been in the game as far back as late 2018 apparently. Once a new event is formally announced, the game will have an upcoming event filter if the event features servants that have bonuses during it. Unfortunately, I don't think K&K Rerun technically has any bonus servants, assuming this video even goes up before then, so the upcoming filter might not even show up, or if it does, it probably won't even show anything. But if it does show the Shikis ahead of time, all the better so that you guys can see it for yourselves. Number 2, drop charts for free quests and challenge quests. Every free quest and challenge quest has an information button on their lower right corners that you can access. Once you complete any FQ or event CQ, the game will display the drops that you got from it and the enemies you faced in them in those information buttons. Though for certain CQs, like the one in Valentine's 3 for example, the enemy chart might intentionally hide some of the enemies that you faced there. This drop chart is really useful for quickly identifying which free quest it is that you need to farm by taking a look at what dropped there, and it'll tell you if you still have a potential drop missing from that free quest with the question mark boxes. Event CE drops will also show up as question mark boxes if you didn't get one yet from that particular free quest. And finally, number 1, and probably rightfully so, even though I said that this list wasn't going to be in any particular order, the almighty back button that I called with my Ishtar video last year. This ought to be the most obvious quality of life change that we've ever gotten, so if you didn't know about this, you're either that one guy at your local D&D sessions who rolls nat 1s constantly on your perception checks, or a Facebook whale who never actually plays the game. This is the last boomer moment that I'll have for this video, I swear. If you started playing FGO during or after NACCC, you don't know what it was like having to play FGO without a back button. If you forgot a skill, forgot the buff, forgot to use a Mystic Code skill, or forgot anything, or if you just straight up accidentally hit the attack button somehow by fat fingering it or bumping that part of the screen with the side of your hand or something, you have to fucking time alter that shit by backing your ass straight out of the game all the way to your phone's or tablet's home screen, killing the app, and then resurrecting that shit like you're using Necromancy or Rash. Both ways, just to correct your mistake! But now you don't have to deal with all that because all you Zoomers need to do is press a little handy dandy back button on the lower right corner of the screen. Must be really nice, huh? And that's it for this stupid fucking top 10 that wasn't even a top 10 to begin with. FGO has received a lot of quality of life changes so far throughout its life cycle, and as we can tell from JP, there's still more to come in the future. As much as I memed in the beginning about how this video is going to be a bootleg top 10, which it kind of did, honestly, like I said, it's meant to make people aware of the many features in this game that'll hopefully improve your experience with FGO in case you didn't know about them already. And of course, I'm sure that there are other quality of life changes that I didn't mention here in this video that the comment section will be kind enough to let me know about. So feel free to dunk yourself into the void known as the comment section if you'd like to know more. Thanks for watching, y'all, and until next time, deuces.